I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how to handle the experience I've had. The only way I feel safe is tell people about the experience. So here I am on the internet recording. Yeah, I should get started on telling you. The Wind Waker. It was the first game that I've ever played. But I gave up on it when I got to the Forsaken Fortress and never played the game since. But about 3 years ago, I thought I should go give it a try. So I went to my local GameStop, but they didn't have it. I was sad because I went to every store that sells games and they all said they don't have it. Then about a week later, me and my dad went to a local garage sale. While he was looking for junk, I went to the kids section, and then I saw it, a black box with a label saying, "The Wind Waker." I quickly grabbed it and went over to the person selling it and asked how much for the game. He said, "Please take it, please. I'll give it to you for free." That made me a bit skeptical, but I didn't really care, so I took this offer. I wish I never did, though. When I got home, I turned on my Wii and put in the disc. I got a nostalgic feeling when I booted it up. When I got to the title screen, I noticed a couple things were off. First off, there wasn't any music or sound. Secondly, the sky was black. And lastly, the creepiest thing, the title said, "The Killwaker." It made me wonder, did the guy's kid hack the game or something? But I wanted to play it, so I pressed the start button. Everything was fine until I got to the part where Link's sister gets kidnapped. Link was to jump and Tetra would catch him, but she didn't. Link fell, and right before he hit the rock, the screen cut to black for 30 seconds. Then I was at the scene where you meet the King of Red Lions. Except he was red and black and had an evil, scary grin and said, "Hello, Link. I'm sorry what happened to you and your sister. I'm the King of Black Lions." Then I noticed Link. His clothes were black and his skin was pale as the moon. And he seemed sad with blood in his face and arms. He continued, You must make that joke that killed you pay, and that bird too. Take this instrument of death and make them suffer." Then it said, "You got the Killwaker." There was no description. Then he said, "I need a sail." I went out and saw it was night, but it was pitch black with no stars or moon. I noticed the NPCs were looking at me strangely, like they were scared. I tried to talk to them, but they would say nothing or scream. I went to the salesman with enough money, but he wouldn't sell it to me. I couldn't use the Waker for whatever reason. I targeted the salesman. Then I could use it, so I did. Then the screen went to black and I heard a blood-curdling scream. It said I got the sale, but when I looked up at the salesman, his head was on the table, dead. I screamed about what happened, and then went back to playing. I was confused about what happened, so I tried it on the children. It went to black. I heard some screams. Next, they were laying on the ground with black eyes, with tears of blood. As sick as it was, I continued to play it. I went back to the King of Black Lions, and said to go to the location marked on the map. While I was sailing, I noticed something creepy. Link seemed happy after what happened. When I got to the location, I noticed it was Tetra's ship. When I got on board, the crew began to try to kill me, but Link used the Waco to kill them all. What I saw next was horrid. Everyone was killed in a sick way. One had a knife in his eye. The other was set on fire with his left arm missing. And the others were even worse. Then Tetra came to see what was going on. In a cutscene, Link used the Waker, and it went black. Tetra screamed. Then I saw Tetra ripped in half, Link kneeling over her. Then a message block said, "You got Tetra's heart." God, that's revolting. When I got back to the boat, the King of Black Lions said, "Nice job. Now we must go to the board." So I went to the Forsaken Fortress. After getting the hammer, I was sent to the board boss battle. After getting the mask off, the only thing I could do was use the Waco. After I did, I saw the body with no head. It was a huge mess. There was blood everywhere, and even on Link. Then his sister came and said, "You're a monster. Why are you doing this? Just why?" Then to my surprise, Link used the Waco again. I didn't touch any controls or buttons or anything. He just did it. Ariel screamed, then fell. Link turned his head 180 degrees with an evil grin and said, "They're all dead. Game over." It went to black. Then a message box said, "You're next." To my horror, Link began to walk to my screen slowly and evilly laughing. I tried to turn off my Wii, but it wouldn't work. Everything stayed on the screen. When he got to my screen, he slashed it with his sword and it went off. That experience scared me deep. I went back to the guy's house, but when I got there, I saw an old house. A jogger ran up to me and said, "No one has lived there for years." I went back home to get the game in its case and burned it in a fire, hoping I never see it ever again. I don't know how to feel about this.